So my introduction to Surge for Water was when I met Chris Cayando in a tiki bar in Atlanta, of all places. He's actually on the advisory board for Surge for Water. I'm a water engineer, so the idea of bringing clean drinking water to a community that didn't have access to potable water, that obviously resonated with me.
And the fact that they focus on WASH, which stands for water, sanitation, and hygiene, that is really everything in the water industry that we focus on. But then you combine that with their focus on empowering women, it just was really the perfect combination.
The crisis of water impacts women the most because they're the ones that have to carry the water to the schools or the areas, and they bear the burden of, water not being available.
From the classroom to the water point is about 300 meters and going beyond. So children have to walk out of class and walk a long distance just to access water for drinking. This interrupts their lessons, it interrupts their concentration.
So the trickle-down effect of that is they have young girls in these communities that are dropping out of school at like 11 and 12 years old because that becomes their job. Where that really kind of hit home to me is I'm a girl dad. I've got two daughters, 22 and 17 years old.
I got an email from Scott Todd as he was involved with Surge, volunteering with the organization, and being a women-centered nonprofit organization, he felt like the Women ENG can benefit from being involved in the conversation and seeing where that relationship would go. My thought was, let's host a webinar where Shilpa can come and talk to our Women ENG and see where that goes.
So literally within about an hour of Shilpa's presentation to that Women's ENG group, she started getting emails from several HDR staff who wanted to volunteer.
We started to meet on a regular basis and think of what are their needs. Let's look at, what are the needs that they can do and how can we tie this to the HDR Foundation mission, and how can we leverage our volunteer support within the organization.
So I believe that the foundation grant really reinforced that Surge aligns with who we are as an organization, but it also shows that the commitment of the foundation to support organizations that our teams, our staff are volunteering for and that are involved with.
So this HDR Foundation grant that's been awarded to Surge for Water will actually go toward a pretty broad project in 2 communities in central Uganda. We'll be drilling 2 new drinking water wells and rehabbing 3 existing wells, and that's going to provide clean drinking water to those 2 communities of a total of about 8,000 people. We're also putting in 8 new toilet facilities and providing for menstrual health education at 2 local schools in those communities. It makes me real proud as just an employee owner at HDR that our foundation sponsors these kind of projects. What makes me even prouder is the fact that we have such broad participation in the foundation.
Thank you, beautiful people. We love you. Thank you so much.